Hi, I'm Mark King, Investment Editor at Columbia Threadneedle Investments, and here's what's in my weekly column. First up, I look at what are the most likely stock market impacts of either a Trump or a Clinton victory in next week's US election. A divided government is the most likely outcome of the election, with Hillary Clinton winning the presidency, but Republicans retaining control of at least one chamber of Congress. Such an outcome is likely to be a neutral to slight positive for markets. Healthcare seems to be a key sector, and if Clinton becomes president but Republicans retain control over Congress, current healthcare policies are likely to continue, with the Republicans balancing out the power of a Democratic president. Under this scenario, our investment team expects some pressure on drug pricing, but not a significant reform. Similarly, the Affordable Care Act, popularised as Obamacare of course, will likely see some tweaks, but will probably continue mostly in its current form. But if there's a Democratic sweep of the White House and both houses of Congress, a more significant change on drug pricing is likely, and the chance of expansion of the Affordable Care Act is higher. Should Trump take the White House and both houses of Congress, pharma and biotech are likely to outperform, while hospitals will potentially suffer from higher uncertainties caused by a repeal of the Affordable Care Act. Other sectors to look out for with a Trump win would include infrastructure, with a focus on roads, bridges, airports and sectors that would benefit from M&A and industry consolidation, which Trump is particularly enthusiastic about. Financials will benefit from loosening of the current regulatory regime, while the defence sector is also likely to thrive. Elsewhere this week, I look at news that the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney is set to stay until 2019. This means he will remain in charge of the Bank of England throughout the tricky Brexit negotiations. The pound strengthened on the back of this news, which once again illustrates how markets can be moved by sentiment in the short term. Finally, premium bonds are 60 years old this week. Since their launch in 1956, there have been 12 British Prime Ministers, 5 UK Eurovision winners, and there have been over 8,000 episodes of Coronation Street broadcasted to homes up and down the country. But how much can you invest, and what return will you get on your money? All is revealed in this week's column. See you next week.